Hey, Pete Blackwell here from Blackwell Financial Services with our weekly update. I wanted to talk to you today about motivation and keeping yourself focused. So whether it's quotes, quips, or sayings, let's talk about it a little bit. So, life's not easy. It's tough, man. Sometimes it's hard to stay focused and stay on point. And I just want to share a couple things with you that might help. So never quit no matter what. Never quit no matter what. So one of the things maybe to bring about first is why it's like that. I mean, life's tough and it's easy sometimes to just get knocked down and not get back up. So that's why we want to talk about that today. And it's easy to drop things and it's easy to give up, but nothing in life that was ever worthwhile came easy, right? If it was just given to you, then you don't value it. And so the things that you value the most are the things you had to work the hardest for. So it's important that we recognize that and that we remember that. So Peter Drucker, he's a famous business guy, consultant, and he talked about the promises and the hopes and aspirations that all sound good, but if they don't come with a plan for success, then success is never achieved, right? So sometimes a special quote like that can help you or motivate you or inspire you and ultimately provide greater happiness in your life. So let's talk about trying versus doing, right? Try versus will. So there's a lot of sayings, hey, I'll try to get this done, or I'll try to meet you then, and that kind of stuff. Well, just by using the word try instead of I will get this done, or I will meet you at this time, you've already given yourself permission, or else the person talking has already given himself permission to fail. I've done a lot of training over the years, both in my military career, law enforcement career, and as a financial advisor and a certified financial planner. I've trained over a dozen financial advisors over the years. And so you can often tell when they've already given themselves that out by saying they're going to try to get something done. So let's not use the word try. Let's be positive in our mental attitude and use the word will. I will get this done by X date, right? I got to share with you something that my wife has taught me over the years. And she says, if it's not on the calendar, it doesn't happen, right? So, we're walking through the mall or we're somewhere and we see friends that we haven't seen in a while. Hey, let's get together and let's have dinner and we're going to do this and do that. And I'm being serious when I ask them. And we walk off and my wife goes, yeah, that's not going to happen. And I go, what do you mean? I was being serious. I want to get together with them. We haven't seen them in a long time. And she says, if it's not on the calendar, it doesn't happen. And I could tell you story after story after story about people going to try to do things. And then finally I got to tell them, hey, just put it on the calendar. I was working with a gentleman on a project over about a 2-year project, and he just kept pushing things back. And finally I convinced him, hey, if you put it on the calendar, rather than embarrass yourself and not be prepared for that meeting or that time to complete that particular goal, you'll get it done. So if it's on the calendar, it gets done. If it's not on the calendar, it doesn't get done. Credit to my wife on that one. Another thing to maybe share with you, Thomas Edison talked about when he was inventing the incandescent light bulb, right? He wasn't a failure. He didn't fail. He found 10,000 wrong ways to do it, but he wasn't a failure. Churchill talked about success not being final, failure not being final, but the courage to continue was what counts. One of my favorite sayings actually came from my daughter went to a STEM plus high school, and their class motto was fail faster. And I absolutely love that saying. The more you fail, the sooner you fail, that means you're out there getting it. You're solving problems, you're attempting to solve problems. So no matter what it is in life you're dealing with, homework, business projects, relationships, well, maybe not relationships, fail faster. That means you're solving, you're working towards the end goal, you're accomplishing that goal. So let me just wrap up here a little bit today and talk about, oftentimes those quips or those quotes or those sayings, just take a few seconds, but they can impact you for the rest of your life, for a lifetime, and they're important. Oftentimes I hear failure's not an option. Unfortunately, many times when I hear that, I already know that the person saying that is going to fail. Just because I've learned to read them and look their mannerisms or their actions, right? But it's important for us to remember truth. So don't lie to ourselves and say failure's not an option, because if you're using the words try and not the word will, failure may not only just be an option, it may be the end state that you're headed for. So let's not have that happen. Let's get motivated and focused, stay on focus, on our target, on our goal, so that we will and not try to achieve that goal. Never give up, no matter what. And I was going to bring a graphic in here, and I just realized that I forgot my graphic. So unfortunately, I'm not going to record this video again, but I have a great photo of a stork-type bird in the water, and he literally has a frog in his mouth, but the frog has his hands choking the bird by his neck while he's hanging out of his mouth. And the point is, never give up, right? Even though he's halfway down the bird's mouth, he's got the bird by the throat choking, saying, I'm not giving up just yet. So like I said a minute ago, if it's homework, if it's a job, it's a business project, if it's your retirement plan, don't give up. Repeat after me. Never give up, no matter what. Never give up, no matter what. So find a way to get that done today, to not give up. And you could not give up no matter what by calling or texting me at 509-359-9788. That's 509-359-9788. Thanks so much, and have a great weekend coming up. Goodbye.